Great. So thanks everyone for joining this webinar on homeopathy. We will be covering very basics in terms of trying to help you to understand what is homeopathy, how safely you can use, and anything for chronic. I would suggest you still leverage some of the homeopathy doctors, because the whole session is not to make you self-treat. The main session is to get you the message that what is homeopathy, how can you really understand and work with homeopathy doctors, because basically today's misconception about homeopathy is a lot of people give up either due to they think that probably it is not working, or probably we don't know what medicine they are administering. So this session will help you to understand what are the kind of medicines are there, how can you use it, how much is the side effect, what is basically homeopathy doctors will be helping you with, and things like that. So firstly, on homeopathy, you need to understand it is originated from Germany. Dr. Samuel Hahnemann was the one who founded it, and it just started off in 17th century, and it went on up to 18th century, part of his pursuit to make homeopathy popular and more detailed. Okay, so the first thing, as I told you, this is not to make you all doctors. This is more to say how safely you can understand homeopathy and get it treated from homeopathy doctor. But very basics. There are a lot of medicines in homeopathy which you can use it yourself. You don't have to really go to a homeopathy doctor. But for chronic, and there are certain medicines which you need to better take under advice. But typically, most of the homeopathy medicines are not dangerous. So that's why we need to understand this is not to make you doctors, but this is more to help you to understand and use some of the basic homeopathy medicines. Okay, now the agenda for this meeting is what is homeopathy, how it is made, what are the potencies, what are the different types of homeopathy medicines, and lot more. And coming to the principles of homeopathy, we will, the concept of homeopathy is different from allopathy or Ayurveda. So when I ventured into this, I couldn't believe it. This something like this works. So basically, what homeopathy says is, if there is a disease, you cure it with a similar disease. Means if you're poisoned, you will probably treating poison with a poison, but with a micro dose. So like cures like, poison is cured by poison, or or if any insect bites you, probably with that insect only we can cure you. So like for like is what is the concept of homeopathy. It is called our law of similars. And how does it law of similars works is basically, if you're saying that a substance, you know, a substance can cause, just a minute. Okay, so I'm back. So basically, like for like is not that if you're taken 100 ml of poison, we will give you back another 100 ml of poison. It is basically, you will give a similar poison in a micro dose. So basically, it more like in a very micro dose. What is micro dose? We'll talk about it. So like for like is in a very micro dose we will give, and which can trigger off certain immunities in your body and things like that. So it is also the fundamental principle which is reflected in in the name of homeo. So we'll go into the details now. So the principle, you understood that like for like, and typically most of the homeopathy medicines you can safely take is 30 ch or even mother tincture. So we'll talk what is mother tincture, what is 30 ch, all that. But the concept here is that in allopathy, when you take medicines, you're basically trying to suppress it, the medicines or the disease. But in homeopathy, it is not going to suppress it. It is basically going to first aggravate it and then treat it. So basically, when aggravate in the sense, like let's say an example of, you have a skin disease or skin problem. So when you take a homeopathy medicine, basically first what it happens is it aggravates, means those, if you have a boils, the boils will become more bigger. It is also called as healing crisis, because it is trying to bring out all the pus or all the toxins in your body. So the boils is going to get bigger, and then it will going to treat the root cause. In the sense, it will try to eliminate completely out of your body by bursting it out, or it can even come out via your motions, or through blood cleansing, through kidney also it can come out. So basically, the whole point is that you should be ready for a healing crisis. So that means when you have a problem, it will be like if you have a fever, when you take a medicine, you probably the fever will little get aggravated, and then it will completely come down and permanently kind of thing. So that's the whole point of like for like, and healing crisis is part of any homeopathic cure. So do not get scared when you take homeopathy medicine. It slightly goes up and then comes down. So it's part of the healing. So the next is about how are the homeopathy medicines derived. So basically, we'll get into this. So for homeopathy medicines, basically a lot of people don't know how it is prepared. Like in Ayurveda, most of it comes from either bhashmas or plants. But here they also use animal extract. They also use mineral bhashmas extract, or they also use sometimes diseased tissues, which is called nosads. And they also use some kind of sarcodes, which is some kind of pancreatic or insulin from other sources. So basically, most of our medicines in homeopathy are plant derived, animal derived, mineral derived, or nosodos and sarcodes. So we'll see some examples here. So the homeopathy medicines, also apart from these sources, some medicines are strictly done from flowers. So it is called batch remedies, batch flower remedies. So that is safe to use. Most of the people just use the batch flower remedies. Mother tinctures are very simple. It is like your homeopathy herbal extract. So you can just take any plant, they take out from a distillation process and mother tincture, and this one is then converted to a homeopathy medicine by potentizing. So what is potentizing? We will talk it a little later. And there are other medicines like biosalts or Sulzer tissue salt. So we call it as biosalt or tissue salt. So you can easily use batch flower therapies. You can use mother tinctures without. You can use even tissue salt. So all these first three categories, just you can go ahead and use it. And homeopathy potentized medicine, most of it also can be used, but it's better you use a professional doctor, because the way of diagnosis is not only based on like for like, it is also based on something called a repertory, where they look at psychological conditions, they'll also look at physiological conditions, and most in homeopathy are looking at psychological conditions and match it with the symptoms of certain medicines. So, after this thing, we'll talk about what are the simple books you can use, how quickly you can get a flower remedy or a tissue salt and start using. So, tissue salt. So, there are only 12 types of tissue salt. So, whenever you feel that, you want to get started quickly, this is the first thing you can do. Just buy 12 tissue salts. It's just one tissue salt. Anything is 60 rupees. So, even if you, buy 12, it won't cost you more than 500, 600 bucks. So you can just have this. This is the basic. Most of them have, and you don't need a doctor's consultation for this. So what happens in this 12 tissue salts is, the first one is calcium fluoride, second is same calcium phosphate, then calcium sulfate, then iron. Ferrum phosphate is once again iron, calimer. So all this. So what these are is basically, if you're using calcium fluoride, it basically you can just take it for any cold, any skin which is chapped. If you're having a fever, they use iron. And even if you have heavy bleeding or excess bleeding, or if you have deficiencies in blood, you can take iron. So which is nothing but ferrum phos. So and everyone knows that people take iron supplement. So this is the safest and easiest and cheapest you can get, and works faster, because these medicines typically you keep it under the tongue. So under the tongue, through your salivary glands, it gets into your blood. It is more faster than your Ayurveda or allopathy, because that has to get into your body via intestine. But this gets right into your blood, right from your mouth direct. So that's why keep these medicines under your tongue, and for a few minutes, don't drink any water. And so iron supplement is very easy. You take a tissue salt called ferrum phos. You go tell any homeopathy pharma guy, give me ferrum phos, they will give you iron. So keep this handy for anything which is weakness, because and especially menstrual cramps or anything with deficiencies in blood. Also ferrum phos is nothing but iron. Then magnesium is another big thing. So number 8, magnesium phos. So this helps you very beautifully for your muscle cramps. So magnesium, everyone would have told you magnesium, nothing but for plants you use Epsom salt. So the simplest and easiest and quickly to get is MacPhos. So you just go get a MacPhos, use it for muscle cramps. It also works in anything during your menstrual or anything with you're tired, fatigue, and all that. So and anything with hairs and nails, it's very easy. Silica. So just get a silica, use it for anyone like kids are not getting good growth in hairs or nails, or you are seeing some eruptions in skin. You just can use silica. So it is such a simple 12 set of tissue salt. You can just safely take it, keep it, and it's clearly written here. So the biggest you can use is number 4, ferrum phos, number 8, magnesium, number 12, silica. At least you buy these 3 bottles, see whether it works for you. It should work typically. It is just the way you administer. Don't take it like just after food. Don't take it typically when you're having coffee. Just give a break half an hour before taking this and also half an hour after taking this. So I'll not get into more details. Most are self-explanatory, Calimar, Califos, and all that. So then how does homeopathy medicines are done? Like if someone gives you allium, allium is just nothing but it is done out of onion. So basically, so you don't have to worry, oh, I took a overdose of allium, or did I, mess it up with higher potencies and all that. So anything with extract of allium is not going to cause you any problem. Like Naxomica, it is just an extract of a plant's poison seed, but they take it in a very light form. So basically, like for like, if there's some kind of poisoning with you and you show the poison, or even if there's a poison symptoms with you, you can take Naxomica. So similarly for calcium, you can take Calscarb. So basically, how it is done is it is taken from a oyster shell. So simple to understand, right? So the problem with homeopathy is they confuse you with the names. Like magnesium phosphate is called MacPhos. For iron, it is called ferrum. For onion extract, it is called allium. For an calendula, which is a very popular plant in India also, it is called calendula. So anything with the septic or anything, you can take a calendula thing. So it is nothing but a flower extract. CPI is a one animal one. So it is just that if you there is so many books nowadays, which even I can give you ebook. You just search by name, you will come to know what it is basically. Only some of these medicines are administered psychological, based on psychological symptoms. That is for advanced doctors. For you people, you know that if you are kind of deficient with calcium, take Calscarb, or if you come back to the tissue salt, you can use. There are so many calcium things. So Calsfor, Calsphos, calcium sulfate. So all these are related to calcium. So you can easily take a call, and anytime you give a search, what is APs or what is allium, you'll kind of come to know where it is derived from. So the first thing you need to understand is any homeopathy medicine, don't panic by the name. Just take it, look at repertories or search by that name. Graphically, they will show you this is extracted from plant, mineral, or what. So calendula is not at all toxin. Even if you over apply calendula, it is just a flower extract. Even if it is allium, it is just taken from onion. Calcium carb also is just taken from a oyster shell. So what will be there in oyster shell? Just calciums, right? So what is important is you just understand the names, take where it is derived from, and like example, Naxomica, like I told you, it is taken from a plant seed, which is poisonous. But when you take, you're not taking the full seed, right? They're taking a potentized or a nano level. And basically, it can help you. Examples I'm just giving you so that you don't feel panicked about taking Naxomica. So basically, in homeopathy, if someone gives you Naxomica, or if you want to go and take it, basically it is used for treating symptoms of overeating or even drinking too much of alcohol, because poison to poison kind of thing. If there are people who have vices, or anyone having a hangover, so it just works like typically overindulgence of food or alcohol, you can just take this poison nut in a nano level. It is administered to you. Rustox is also an poison ivy. It is derived from, and basically it is used for any sprains, strains, and kind of thing. So it is also one of the versatile to use for bruised or sore muscles like magnesium we talked about and joints. So and also it it is a plant extract, so it can even relieve your pain of arthritis. So sometimes in homeopathy is that you don't know whether magnesium will work or rustox will work, and also depends on your complication of your own diseases, where you might have to play a bit around what medicine works for you. So there are other medicine like arsenicum. So this is one medicine where you can, if someone gets food poisoning, because arsenicum is a poison metal. If someone gets a food poisoning, you can just use this or like to like. And it also not only works for food poisoning, it also is a remedy for anxiety and also for cold. So there are multiple uses of any medicine. So there is something called repertories where you can, or you can go check it out, all these details, which is more or less available. Arnica is one more classic remedy for trauma, injuries, and things like that. If someone feels suddenly they got shocked, or someone feels always, in a trauma or kind of anxiety, you can give Arnica also. That also works fine for a lot of people. And sulfur is one for anyone having skin disease. The first thing people give is sulfur. Above sulfur also there are other medicines for skin, but first thing, anyone having skin disease, start with sulfur. So it basically responds well for anything we have a red and unhealthy looking of boils or anything like that. So it is only thing is you should be understanding that it might aggregate a bit. The boils might become a little more and then come out completely. And now I talked about all these medicines, right? How does it look in the market, in pharmacy? When you go, you don't have to get shocked. So batch flower therapy, I told you it is extract of flowers. So you can see there is a batch. They clearly say there they don't have something called potencies like 12x, 13x. Any batch flower also, it is just a few flower therapies, and you just tell the name, they'll get it. So there's something called rescue remedy. Now all homeopathy medicines are extracted from a plant or mineral. So when they extract it directly from a plant without diluting it, it is called mother tincture. So mother tinctures are represented by O. So if you can see the second one, there is something called O with a slash. So that is a mother tincture. Means they have just taken it out in a distilled or any other format. It is not added with any water or anything like that. Just a direct extract of plant. So the plant, what you're seeing, Azadica indica, is nothing but your neem leaves. So basically, neem leaves you used to use for a lot of skin disease. And if you want to do in homeopathy, the equivalent name is Azardica. So just take a mother tincture. That means it's just an extract of neem thing. So you can take any mother tincture, just put it in few glass of water or just directly under tongue. So mother tincture, just direct thing. So, but when this is taken and diluted, you get all these 30 Cs. So the second one is what you're seeing is aurum metallica, nothing but gold. So gold, when they dilute it, potentize it, this is at 30 CH. So we'll tell you what is CH and all that. So most of the homeopathy medicines comes like this in a liquid. But more or less, when you take a homeopathy medicine, what you see is white pills, right? Basically, white pills means that is just a sugar globules. This liquid is added there to keep it in a sugar globule. That's all. So basically, that's why all homeopathy looks same, right? You always get a white pill. So white pill will be added with any of these liquid, either mother tincture or aurum metallica or batch flower therapy. So basically, and all the tissue salt which I talked about, 12 tissue salt, magnesium is important, I told. So these comes directly as a tablets. It doesn't come typically as a liquid. So basically, tissue salts typically looks as a tablet, and most of the other medicines comes as a liquid. And you can add it to a sugar globule. You can take sugar globule separately and add this liquid and use it. So that's what homeopathy doctors give it. So that's why when you are using or going to homeopathy doctor, to build up your confidence in homeopathy, you can ask him, this time what medicine you gave? Last time what did I try? So that way you're confident that they are trying certain medication, because they, based on your symptom, they'll have to vary few medicines. So you can ask the name so you know what you're taking. All the names are pretty popular. Calendula is also popular. Azadica is popular. Aurum metallica. So most of the medicines are what you see in naturopathy and Ayurveda. we have been using that. There are only few medicines which we have not used in our other traditional medicines. It's just that the way they dilute it, they potentize it, and they won't tell you. That's why you get little annoyed. Okay, they're repeating the same white pill. Basically, they are changing the liquid. What liquid? Basically, I'm showing you some of the examples of homeopathy medicines. Now, what is interesting now is we played a bit around with some of the homeopathy medicines for nutrition. So basically, you used to take iron supplement, calcium supplement, magnesium supplement, and we didn't know. And most of these supplements don't work very fast because you are taking via your food or you're taking tablets, and it has to go to intestine. But in homeopathy it works faster. Like for magnesium, if you take that liquid and either use a sugar globules or directly put it on the tongue, it as per homeopathy tests and results, it works great for constipation, muscle aches, and it also works for a lot of things like what you use for plant epsom salt. Same thing, epsom salt is magnesium. Iron metallicum, I talked about it. So many people know that they have deficiencies in their blood, or they have menstrual problems due to bleeding. They don't have energies. So this is the best thing. So just take a ferrum metallicum 30 ch. You can induce quicker iron kind of things in your body. Zinc metallicum works beautifully for anxiety and brain related issues. Take a zinc metallicum 30 ch. Typically you can use it. Aurum metallica, I told, gold is such a beautiful thing that whatever you have learned in Ayurveda, naturopathy, or homeopathy, you can use aurum metallica for it. So basically, in naturopathy and Ayurveda, we use this for anything brain related things, and also they use it for anything with your uterus related things. So gold is so good for your uterus and your brain that anything related to this problem, just take aurum metallica, which is nothing but gold extract 30 ch. Only thing is name looks scary, but nothing but we have been using gold for so long that we have forgotten how to ingest it. That's all. Cuprum metallica is copper. In naturopathy and Ayurveda, you know that we have been using copper vessels to consume that by keeping in water or boiling water in it. So that you can get in homeopathy quickly. Cuprum metallica, take 30 ch, directly drop it on the tongue. You have a better and faster absorption of copper into your body. Silver is such a good antibiotic that you can just use for any infection. But in homeopathy, they say silver is for different purpose. But typically, we in naturopathy and Ayurveda, silver can be used as an antibiotic. So instead of any infection, instead of taking antibiotics, try silver. Take silver charged water or try silver homeopathy. It works beautifully. So if you go into the versions of what gold has been used traditionally. Gold has been used as a nerve tonic. It is also beneficial for on the mind. So basically, uterus, mind, and nerve. It is beautiful. So that's why in Ayurveda you get what is called as Swarna Bhasham. But most of the Swarna Bhasham don't have gold because gold is so expensive. They are just offering at 100 rupees. They really don't do much justice of adding gold into real much gold into the Swarna Bhasham. But here you can typically get it for 100, 200 bucks. Gold typically at higher potentized or lower potentized, whatever. That we'll talk about it. But this is the kind of uses you have. Silver also, I told you, it is very good in urinary problems because it can work as an antibiotic. Anyone has a urinary problem of any infection, try silver because it can quickly help you on that. Digestive problems. It also gives stamina and strength. So a lot of people who eat silver and also it's cooling. So anyone with a hot body also can consume silver. Or else if you don't want to do homeopathy, just take pure silver, boil it in a water and drink that water. That's the simplest. And antibacterial, antiviral. So why do you use antibiotic, which is so dangerous in allopathy? Use silver. And in the equivalent in homeopathy is argentum nitricum. So it also helps in anything in infection, anywhere. It could be in urine, it could be in respiratory, it could be anywhere. It works. And this has been used traditionally as colloidal silver in allopathy, but they stopped and started using these antibiotics. But earlier they used to use even allopathy as colloidal silver, which is nothing but a nano level. So I told you like silver charged water, how can you use? But what I'm telling in homeopathy, if you want, so there's a whole lot of homeopathy metallicum medicines which are cheaper, easier to understand, easier to administer. So try homeopathy. But how is homeopathy done now? We were talking about take 30 ch, 30 ch. What is 30 ch is what we are trying to show you. See, the first is homeopathy dilution process for 30C. 30C means CH. Okay. So basically, they are either extracted from plant or thing. So that is called the first natural substance they take. They either take a distillation or something and create a mother tincture. So that's why I told mother tincture means that zero with a slash. So you'll get anything with mother tincture. Just use mother tincture for, if you want directly to use, or else if you want 30 ch, what they would have done is from mother tincture they would have taken one drop, added to another thing, and use 99 drops of alcohol or water, shake it up. From there another they'll take to another thing, which is one drop of that, so that the second one becomes 2 ch. So similarly, if they keep continuing this process, they finally you get to 30 ch. So you understood, basically, even if they take silver, gold or thing, by the time they come to 30 ch, in allopathy terms, they go and check that 30 ch water, there will be no traces of the natural substance. So that's why, sometimes allopathy guys say homeopathy is fake, because you are taking 30 ch, there is not even visible, even in microscope, the origin of the initial substance. But what they say in homeopathy is it's quantum physics, or it's nano level. You can't see it, but it is there. And the energies are there. The vibration creates that kind of energies in it. And it works. So that's why it is hard to digest. But if you're taking 30 ch, even if you're taking poison, you understood how much nano level you're going to have it, like a poison AV or arsenic thing. Those are all derived from poison. But if you're taking gold, if you're taking copper, iron, ferrum, all this is not going to affect you. So I've seen a lot of doctors saying that even overdose will not, mess anything in your body. So just be comfortable with homeopathy. Quickly, you can search on any medicine, or even going to a homeopathy doctor. Try to understand it. Why? Because if you know the cure, if you know typically what is your disease, what is the homeopathy, or what is that natural substance dilution which works for you, you are done for your rest of your life. That typically that's what repeats for you, because you are born with certain deficiencies. Not all deficiencies are going to come. So 30 ch store is nothing but 30C. And what they say is, if you're taking medicines, how will I know which potency to take? So they say that if the medicine is a natural mother tincture, we say it is strong. But actually, when you take that one drop and dilute, and once again one drop into next and make it 30 ch, we say that that is stronger than mother tincture, or the 1 ch is the typical initial mother tincture kind of thing. And if you take this 30 ch and take one drop and make another more dilutions and come up to 200 ch, then they say it is the highest strong dose. So homeopathy is little different. Kind of, you might say it is weird. How come that mother tincture is low? I mean, it is low potency, and how come you keep diluting it becomes higher potency, which is more. So that means for homeopathy pharmacy, it is easy, cheaper for them to manufacture higher potency medicine, because with one bottle of mother tincture, they can create so many potencies of 30 to 100. Because basically you are adding every stage 99% of water or alcohol, right? So how are you going to even homeopathy is profitable for manufacturer, you can say. But there is a process called shaking, that every time they dilute, they shake so much that it is basically potentizing it. That is what it creates, that vibration and energy, and makes it nano level. They can't just pour it and come. They have to pour, and every time shake it up, so that it gets into a nano level. So typically what they say is, you take 30x nothing but 30 ch. So typically they say medium potencies. So any medicines, if you select based on your own or based on doctor, typically they will give 30 ch. But for single dose or anything, they give up to 200 ch once or twice. And anytime you take overdose, don't worry, nothing will happen. So just take cool, because most of the time when you take homeopathy, 99% in that is alcohol. So basically you'll get a little burning sensation. It's not the medicine, because the medicine, there is no trace in it. Basically anything in homeopathy medicine is all first added into alcohol. That alcohol is added in sugar globules. So if you take the liquid directly, it will a bit burn a bit. That is because of alcohol in it. So typically try to take 30 ch. And if you want a more stronger dose, you can go 200 ch. Typically 30 ch will do. So most of the medicines go with it. And they also called X, sometimes 30x they will say, sometimes they'll say 30 ch. So typically C means 1:100 ratio, X means 1:10 ratio. So don't worry about that. Typically, most of the medicines are available in 30 ch. Okay, and the best way to start, if you are not comfortable going taking particular medicine name and going to an pharmacy, this is the best kit world. I mean, at least in India, everyone started with this homeopathy kit. Whoever wanted to get into homeopathy safely, easily, with good results, they just brought this Soham. It is one of the ashram in Gujarat. They used to help a lot of this social volunteering by giving free medicine. So this kit is just 500 rupees. Either you can connect directly, call them, they will dispatch, or some of the homeopathy stores have it. So you just ask them Shivananda homeopathy home kit, nothing but Soham home kit. So basically, this will have these medicines, and it has a very beautiful book, which basically says in that there is a medicine of 20 small boxes, and each box one is aconite 30. So in aconite 30, what it does, so it has most of the good medicine. So basically, for any infection, they give gunpowder. For anything, any disease starts with kidney, bladder, and stomach. So they give KBS 13, and they give 14 the liver. So any disease starts with your liver first. So that's why they give in homeopathy this kit. They say any disease first take liver disease, liver 1, which is 14, and with that you add up kidney, bladder, and stomach 1. So any, by default, they say it is like naturopathy. The first thing you need to cleanse is any disease comes because your food has entered liver. From liver it has entered your kidney or stomach. So they say you take for liver 30 and see. So inside that they have written what kind of homeopathy combination. This has been tested by these ashrams for so many people. It's a perfect formula. So I kind of even understood how detox works by seeing this book, because they clearly told anything just start with liver cleanse with liver 30, which is number 14. Then start with KBS. Then if it is a blood poison, you can use or any kind of poisoning, you can use gunpowder also. uh, then there is for any chest related pains, there's chest pills, number 7. For anything blood poisoning, you can use number 5. So in this, when you open that bottle, there is written homeopathy medicine's name. So you don't have to remember homeopathy medicine name. You can comfortably go to this book, see whether you have. So drawing pills number 9 is for skin disease. So if you see drawing pills, it will have sulfur as one of the ingredient, homeopathy thing. So basically, drawing pills means it will draw the toxin out of your blood. So it means skin disease means in allopathy, they will make sure it suppress, means the skin will still look good, but the poison is still there. The boils will kind of go back. But in homeopathy, it will try to come out with either it will burst out typically. So you will feel little awkward, but that is the best way to get your toxin out, not to suppress it and keep it within your blood. So that's why drawing pills are very faster and effective for skin diseases. For menses problems, they have included all possible good homeopathy medicine. So if you have any menses problem, just take number 15. So similarly, rescue remedy, I told you it is a blast forward therapy. So anyone who are in sudden shock, who are in sudden bad dreams, sudden fall, somewhat they get sudden shock in of any sort, either fall or dream or anything. Just take number 18, rescue remedy. So which is nothing but batch flower remedies. So this has more or less hided all the homeopathy medicine name. They've kept a generic name. The kit is available, used for centuries now. Okay, so this is the best kit to buy, and the best book I started with is Homeopathy for Common Disease, Dhiren Gala. So he has good series of naturopathy books also, but this is one easy and nice to understand quickly. You can finish in 1 hour and understand what medicine to use, how homeopathy works, and all that. And if you want still better, like what I showed you, Aurum Metallica means is it a gold? Is it Apis means what? Is it plant or animal? Or if it is a batch flower, therapies or calendar, how what is the flower look like, you can use this. There is a e-copy. If you're in our groups, you just request for this book. We will, I think we have already shared this book. So most of the medicines graphically is represented in this book. You can use that. And for more, I think we are inviting Dr. Raju on homeopathy. So he'll talk little advanced topics. I think some of you in the homeopathy group would have seen that he's obliged to take that on this Saturday, 9 p.m. So if you want more on that, you can please join us back on 9 p.m. webinar by Dr. Raju on little advanced topic. It's sophisticated. So this I wanted to cover you so that you're comfortable going to an homeopathy doctor, using your first aid kit, Soham, or you can take any medicine. Just do a quick search, and based on symptom, you can go by 30 CH and use it. So that's the way I'll conclude this session. I'm open to questions quickly because we have another 5 minutes.
Yes, Santosh, one question. You said for any kind of